he's a hater. You don't know me as a person. Let's say you don't like me. Like, you don't know me. Like, you feel me? And I don't give a fuck. Him. If everybody including Will, I mean, Will. Fuck.
Same question for you.
You're a proud father.
There are clear tiers in boxing, and Terence "Bud" Crawford just made it obvious where he believes he stands. In a recent live interview, Crawford went far beyond a passing remark about Gervonta "Tank" Davis, turning what was expected to be a relaxed conversation into a pointed critique. He directly addressed Tank's recent outings, questioned the narrative around his standing in the sport, and even raised doubts about how convincing his most recent result really was, shifting the discussion from casual talk to a serious challenge of Tank's current position and credibility.
Tank said I was a meat lover. He came in like, oh, this guy, you a meat lover.
But Tank would never even think about hesitating to come up to 154.
All right, what about 47 though?
Yes, if he get to pick his opponent. If Tank get to pick his opponent, he would do it. But Tank would never come from 35 to 54.
Y'all got into it on social media around that time. Y'all was doing the back and forth shit. Is that just you being competitive, like when that happens? Or is it like...
I just really don't like that dude.
Why though?
Cause I just don't like him. Like, I really don't like him. I don't like
just not your cup of tea. That's just not your...
I don't like nothing about him. No, I don't like nothing about him. I just feel like, he just one of these little arrogant little dudes that's, using what he got to shield him. Like, he got a lot of security guards around him, and he know, he in the limelight and stuff like that, but in certain situations he wouldn't be acting like that.
Do you like him as a fighter though?
Yeah, he's a damn good fighter.
Yeah.
I respect him as a fighter.
Yeah.
He definitely got skills, he got power, he got tremendous boxing ability, but like his core personality and his ways, nah.
This goes far beyond routine pre-fight chatter. It was a clear message. Crawford made it obvious that he sees all the hype surrounding Tank, hears the constant buzz, and simply isn't convinced by it. In his view, Tank has been avoiding the toughest challenges, and with those comments, Crawford reignited tension across the entire lightweight scene. Anyone who believed the friction between them had cooled down was mistaken, because the way Crawford spoke, what he hinted at, and the confidence behind his words sent shockwaves through the room and put the rivalry right back in focus.
Said going out on 3 fights. You know the last 2 fights you want to go out on? Yeah, the last fight you want to go out on. Like, who? Do you have anybody in mind? No, I'm saying no. I don't have my name right now. But I got somebody I want to call out after this fight. You said you got somebody you want to call out after this fight? Yeah. Who is that? I'm not gonna tell you.
Is it Lomachenko?
Who?
Somebody asked Lomachenko. All right. Turkey said he got your 2 Ferraris ready. What you think about that?
Who?
Turkey said he got your 2 Ferraris ready.
I need 3 now.
Yeah.
Steven Espinoza said Shakur turned down a 1-fight deal to fight you because he wanted a multi-fight deal. What's your thoughts on that?
He's not worth it. He's not worth no multi-fight deal. He's not even worth it. I want to. Cam got to fight somewhere else and prove himself, and then, like, you feel me? You know how they got UFC and, like, the underground shit? You got to fight on the underground shit and then get that.
He got to go to the G League.
The first real moment hit when the interviewer brought up Tank's earlier claim that Crawford was only chasing money, and Crawford's reaction said everything before he even spoke. He pushed back immediately, pointing out that every fighter steps in the ring for a paycheck, making it clear he's no exception, and neither is Tank. The point wasn't about greed, it was about double standards, because if money is the issue, neither man is operating above it. They're both professionals, fighting for legacy and income. Crawford questioned why Tank presents himself as if he's somehow beyond that reality. Then the conversation went even colder when Crawford was asked how he'd feel about Tank moving up to 154 to face him. Without hesitation, he brushed it off with a calm wish him the best, a response that carried more dismissal than respect. The message was obvious. Crawford isn't chasing Tank, and if Tank ever wanted that fight, he'd have to step into an entirely different level, one Crawford doesn't seem to take seriously at all.
Gervonta Davis speaking about you. Is that ever a possible fight?
Yeah, if he want to dare to be great, he can be like all the other fighters that's moving up 2 weight classes, and, daring to be great.
You would fight him.
Man, tell him to come up there.
He got to come to win 54.
He said I got a glass chin, so tell him to come and touch it.
Wow. Man. Gervonta said you got a glass.
He said I got a glass chin. Tell him to come and touch it.
At 147?
At 147. I'll make 147 for him.
Ooh, see, oh, man.
You're going to have a pre-count.
Then what the people going to say? Oh, he's beating up on little guys.
He's unbeaten for a reason, fully aware of his value, and unwilling to spend his prime entertaining, hypothetical fights with opponents who struggled just to get by Lamont Roach. This is where the conversation really heated up. Crawford moved beyond general criticism and zeroed in on Tank's most recent outing, breaking it down with precision. When the topic of the Lamont Roach fight came up, Crawford didn't soften his words or dance around the subject at all. At the moment when Tank went down to a knee, arguing that it should have been ruled a knockdown and questioning how it was overlooked. Crawford also drew attention to the unusual scene where Tank's corner stepped onto the apron during the fight to wipe grease from his eyes, something he implied crossed clear procedural lines. He didn't stop there, either, subtly raising concerns about the officiating by noting how referee Steve Willis appeared to begin a count and then abruptly halt it, as if influenced by something unseen. At that point, Crawford made it clear this wasn't just casual fight analysis anymore. It raised serious questions about how that. Crawford didn't dance around it at all. He stated outright that without that missed knockdown, Tank wouldn't have come out on top, and said he believed Lamont Roach deserved the decision. Hearing that from another elite-level fighter is unexpected, but it highlights how direct Crawford chooses to be. He wasn't trying to protect relationships or play industry games. He spoke honestly. From his perspective, Tank came into that fight too comfortable, underestimated Roach, and that lack of seriousness nearly cost him the result.
Judge at the ringside, Eric Marlinsky scores it on 115 to 113 in favor of Gervonta Davis. Judges Steve Weisfeld and Glenn Feldman both scored about 114 to 114, even a draw. The decision is a majority draw.
Most people expected Gervonta Davis to breeze past Lamont Roach, collect another check, score a highlight knockout, and move on with another showy celebration. Instead, Roach turned that expectation on its head and changed the entire narrative of the night. From the opening bell, Roach brought constant pressure, sharp accuracy, and no hesitation at all, turning what was supposed to be a simple tune-up into one of the hardest fights Tank has faced. Then came the 9th round, the moment that froze the arena, when Tank dropped to a knee after absorbing a clean right hand followed by a body shot. It didn't look like a misstep or loss of balance. It appeared to be a breakdown under fire, and to many watching, It clearly resembled a knockdown rather than an accident.
How is this not a knockdown? Tank Davis was just exposed, man. What is going on in the sport of boxing, man? KDB Sports and Entertainment.
I wasn't relying on that. I was relying on what I was doing in there. I think I was taking control. I think I was landing more shots. I think I was landing more power shots. And I thought I was doing my thing. So I'm not really that frustrated.
And Crawford wasn't alone in that assessment. Prominent boxing figures such as Eddie Hearn and Oscar de la Hoya echoed the same view online, stating plainly that the moment should have been ruled a knockdown, with no room for argument.
In my opinion, it was a great fight. It was a close fight. Depending on what they do with that decision of taking the knee, depending if the commission reverses the decision or if I think a draw was meant to be. So I like the draw. No, if you take a knee, man, if you take a knee in the 90s or in 2000, you're taking a point off. That's the bottom line. You're taking a point off. I don't know what happened with the referee. Maybe he was a little starstruck. Maybe he was a little, because he loves Tank. He loves New York. He loves the big lights. The referee with the eyes, he's like, a point should be deducted if you take a knee. It's a fact. It's in the rule book, right? The fact that they didn't take it away, then that's where the controversy is, right? It's not, look, did Gervonta get hit? Was he dazed? Who knows? Only he knows. But what I saw, when you take a knee, that's an automatic point. That's just the rule. This is not basketball. This is not, this is not basketball where, wait, hold on, my ankle hurts. Hold on, let me take a timeout. You don't take timeouts in boxing. It just doesn't happen. Whether he had something in his eye or not, you have to fight. There's 3 minutes to fight. So if you take a knee, if you go to your corner, the rules are the rules. And I don't know what New York is gonna settle on, but the rules are the rules.
That night, I haven't watched the full fight. One thing that's kind of baffling is that it wasn't a knockdown. Look, he wasn't hurt. There's no doubt about that. But if you take a knee in the fight and you touch down, whilst punches are being thrown, it has to be a knockdown. I've heard some people saying, that he should be.
Allowing that moment to go uncalled shifted the entire momentum of the fight. And truthfully, it may have been the reason Tank kept his undefeated streak intact.
First punch I ever faced. No. And I ain't shitting on him or nothing like that. He can punch. But Jonathan Okendo, he's from Puerto Rico. Bro, he got bricks in his hands, bro. I lie to you not. He punch hard. I ain't gonna lie.
Here's the twist. Tank and Roach go way back to their amateur days in the same DMV area. So there was a shared history. It's possible Tank assumed he already knew how Roach would fight.
Gervonta Tank Davis just been released to the public. We know now, December 14th, Houston, Texas, he's going to be facing a very tough opponent in Lamont Roach. Can you tell us a little bit about the history between them two?
Oh man, they've been knowing each other from the amateurs, silver gloves, everything. They grew up actually together, Roach and him back and forth battles and whatnot. It's going to be a pretty interesting fight, you know what I'm saying? Because Roach he come to fight. And I think it's a great fight. Everybody talking all that stuff about, why Roach? Because he signed and took the fight, you know what I'm saying? And it's good for the community.
But Crawford made it clear that pro boxing isn't the amateur circuit. Everything hits harder and moves faster. If Tank assumes he can rely on his past reputation, he's setting himself up for a harsh reality check.
He would never even think about to come up to 154.
What about 47 though?
Yes, if he get to pick his opponent. But Tank would never come from 35 to 54.
Y'all got into it on social media around that time. Is that just you being competitive, like when that happens? Or
man, I just really don't like that dude.
Why though?
Cause I just don't like him. I really don't like him. That's
just not your cup of tea. That's just not your.
I don't like nothing about him. I just feel like, he just one of these little arrogant little dudes that's using what he got to shield him. He got a lot of security guards around him, and he's in the limelight and stuff like that. But in certain situations, he wouldn't be acting like that.
Do you like him as a fighter though?
Yeah, he's a damn good fighter.
Yeah.
But like his core personality and his ways.
One of the most talked about moments from the interview came when Crawford pointed out the glaring absence of top fighters facing each other. He named off big stars: Teofimo, Lomachenko, Shakur, Tank, Garcia, Haney, highlighting a stacked roster of potential super fights that aren't happening. He didn't sugarcoat it, calling the situation exactly what it is: pure politics, keeping these matchups from becoming reality. Crawford pointed out that if all these top fighters retire undefeated without facing each other, it would leave a major blemish on this generation of boxing. In his view, being at the top comes with the responsibility to challenge other elite opponents. He even admitted, "I ain't going to be the only one walking around with a loss," showing a mindset focused on competition over image. So if Tank is avoiding tough fights to protect his perfect record, Crawford is already ahead, both in skill and in outlook. It wasn't just about one matchup either. He dropped subtle critiques elsewhere. When the topic of Ryan versus Tank and the rehydration clause came up, Crawford broke it down clearly, saying Tank may have been justified, but the clause unquestionably impacted Ryan's performance.
There are two things. I think, well, I'm going to say three things. I think Ryan had an injury already previous in training. I think the weight did have an effect on him, because when you see him with Devin, he was totally different.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? Fighters.
Then Crawford dropped a deeper observation. He talked about fighters stepping on the scale at 130 pounds and rehydrating all the way up to 165. He didn't call out Tank directly, but the implication was obvious. Crawford was making a broader point. Modern boxing has too many loopholes and ways the system can be manipulated, and Tank is one of the prime examples. Beyond individual cases, Crawford highlighted a larger problem. The entire division is overcrowded, making it harder for true matchups to happen.
How you feel about that fight? Is it even possible at a catch weight?
Nah, ain't no catch weight. You come up to 47.
Not even entertaining catch weight.
No, I'm not.
He's a champ though too, undefeated.
And, what champ? Come on, man, tell me what belt. You know boxing. You forgot Devin Haney is undisputed. Devin Haney got all the belts. He the champ. Nobody else the champ. I'm gonna come up here where the big boys at.
All right, I'll welcome.
There are countless top-tier fighters, yet so few meaningful matchups, with everyone maneuvering strategically and playing the long game. Meanwhile, fans are left hungry for real action. Crawford highlighted how big money events, like those in Saudi Arabia, could finally bring some of these elite names together. He's willing to travel, take risks, and chase history, but the question remains: will Tank step up with the same intensity?
If we was to fight right now on the streets, I'll break your fucking neck. And that's on my kids. And you know it, I know it, and the whole world know it. And I'm not talking about no fighting in the ring. If me and you was to fight outside, I will break your neck.
While Bud is out here pushing for legitimate, high-stakes fights, Tank is sticking to exhibition hype, social media battles, and questionable wins. The contrast couldn't be clearer. Then Crawford dropped a line that landed heavy. He closed the Tank discussion with a simple but loaded remark: they all know each other. On the surface, it seems harmless, but the implications speak volumes.
Who have Shakur? What have Shakur done? What have he done in the sport? He haven't done nothing. The young one is looking more better than him.
Who that?
The Keyshawn. Keyshawn looking way more better than this. I keep screaming his name. He haven't done nothing. Keyshawn haven't even done nothing.
So what do you say to those who
I
might
keep
be
saying his
afraid?
name for.
So what do you say to those who might be saying that, Tank is afraid of Shakur?
Afraid of what? Afraid of what? Us fighters, if we're afraid of somebody, it gotta be somebody hitting us and hurting us. Like, he don't have no offense. Everything is defense. Defense only winning basketball and football. That shit.
Crawford was highlighting that the sport's top names, Tank, Ryan, Devin, Shakur, have all crossed paths since their amateur days. They're familiar with each other's styles, strengths, and weaknesses. So the question he posed is obvious. If they know each other so well, why aren't these elite fighters actually facing off? Because they know each other too well. Maybe Tank knows who could give him trouble, which is why he's staying cautious. Crawford, on the other hand, is game for anyone, anytime, anywhere. This interview wasn't just a shot at Gervonta Davis. It was a wake-up call for boxing as a whole. Crawford showed what a true champion sounds like. He's not avoiding challenges, he's not spinning victories with PR, and he's not hiding from tough fights. He wants the best competition, the hardest battles, and he wants them now.
Going up those weight classes to face him, how can you convince fans that he can beat Canelo?
I ain't trying to convince y'all that he can beat Canelo. He's a good fighter. But, bro, I would say smaller fighters are always better than bigger fighters because they're smaller, they know how to move and things like that. But this guy is great at what he do. He got, and another thing, bro. I don't be wondering how these guys is. Then you get hurt against
Imagine him off.
who?
There you talk about Gamboa.
No, he got flipped by
Gamboa,
right? How the fuck is he's looking this strong over the past year? These years. He ain't been getting clipped or nothing. So now, that's that snack shit. I'm telling you. Y'all laugh. I'm always.
No detail. Open up.
Telling you. And that guy that a part of it, he been caught before. He went to jail for it.
Talking about Victor Conti.
He went to jail, right?
Victor Conti.
Yeah. And he's the owner of the snack shit, right? And he went to jail for it. Now it's like.
It's all over.
You see, I don't want to throw him under the bus, but you see, Earl said some things like that, like about the people in the steroids, but
yeah,
he don't want to say no names, but come on, bro.
If you're paying attention, the pressure's on. The world is watching, and Crawford just put your name in bold red letters. You've officially been called out. If you're over the fluff fights and ready to face a real challenge, now's the time. Smash that like button. Drop your predictions in the comments. Who comes out on top if these two collide, Crawford or Tank? And if you're new here, make sure to subscribe and turn on notifications, because we're covering every punch, every controversy, and every headline in the explosive world of boxing. See you in the next one.